We're making another delicious variation on the classic Rice Krispies treats. Today's flavor is chocolate-covered strawberries Rice Krispies treats. Two scrumptious flavors combined with our go-to Rice Krispies treats that we make at home. They are such a hit. Be sure to check out this video's description box for a full list of ingredients and directions. Alright, let me show you how I make mine. To get started, we're going to need anywhere from 1.5 to 2 ounces of freeze-dried strawberries. This is the brand I'm using. Just be sure to buy 2 bags as 1 bag isn't nearly enough, as you can see here. This looks good. We're going to dump this into our mini food processor and blend it all up until it's a nice fine powder. Or close to it, small chunkies are acceptable. This looks good. We're going to set this off to the side and make our Rice Krispies. To a pot on the stove over medium heat, we're going to melt 1/3 of a cup of unsalted butter. I'm using salted butter because that's what I have on hand and what I normally prefer to use. We're going to give this a few minutes to start melting. And once it's mostly melted, we're going to add in a full 12-ounce bag of mini marshmallows. Give that a good stir. Now, how far you melt your marshmallows is entirely up to you. Some like them completely melted, others, like myself, enjoy a chunky piece of partially melted marshmallow throughout my treats. With that said, this looks like a good stopping point for me, so I'm going to turn off the stove. If you want it completely smooth, keep mixing until you don't see any more lumps. With the heat off, we're going to add in all of our freeze-dried strawberries we processed earlier. Give that a quick mix. Then we're going to add in anywhere from 5 to 6 cups of Rice Krispies cereal. We're going to mix this until it all looks thoroughly mixed together. Next, we're going to transfer our delicious mixture to a parchment-lined 9x13-inch baking dish. If you'd rather just spray your dish with non-stick cooking spray, that works too. While this cereal is still warm, we're going to spread it out as evenly as possible. As a side note, I like to use an extra piece of parchment paper on top of the treats and using the bottom of a measuring cup sort of pack the treats down a little more firmly. I didn't show it here because it's not really a make or break step, just something I like to do. Lastly, all we need is some chocolate, 10 ounces to be specific. Choose your favorite. It can be dark chocolate, milk chocolate, or even white chocolate if you prefer. The recipe calls for 10 ounces, and this is almost 11. That's perfectly fine. A little extra isn't going to hurt anything. We're going to melt this in the microwave for 1 to 2 minutes, stirring every 20 seconds or so. I ended up just melting mine in a pot on the stove. Either way is totally fine. Once melted, we're going to spread this out all over the top of our treats. We're going to evenly spread it out and then set it off to the side to let it set. I prefer to leave mine out on the kitchen counter to set. This might take about an hour or so, depending on the temperature of your kitchen or home. Take a knife and carefully slide it along the 2 sides that aren't covered in parchment paper. Look how easy that slides out. This is why I like to use parchment paper. To get the most bang for your buck, we're going to start by cutting our giant treat in half. Then we're going to cut each half in 3 equal strips. I know, my lines are crooked. Give it all a turn and we're going to cut our 6 strips in half. Then cut each half in half once more. You should now have 24 chocolate-covered strawberry Rice Krispie bars. Just so you're aware, the camera doesn't do the strawberries justice. This is actually a very bright red in person, and I can't begin to tell you how delicious this smells. It's just phenomenal. The taste is there, the strawberry flavor is strong in every bite, the chocolate everywhere. Oh, it's so good. Here's an ingredients list. If you're looking for more Rice Krispie treat variations, be sure to check out my other video, Peanut Butter Rice Krispies, also a great hit with the kids. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out, and I'll see you all in the next video.